Hello, YouTube family. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Sharita and welcome. In today's video, we are going to talk about some of my recent obsessions. These are the handful of fragrances that I literally cannot stop spraying. A lot of these I have talked about on the channel before. We have, one or two that we're going to touch on I have never mentioned. But needless to say, these are ones that I'm just particularly drawn to at this point in time. And you should definitely get your nose on them. So without further ado, let's jump right in. All right, you guys. So this first one is going to be a Middle Eastern fragrance. Yes, I am just obsessing over my Middle Easterns right now. But this one completely took me by surprise. I sprayed it. I thought it was beautiful. But I honestly put the cap back on thinking this is probably when you're going to wear a handful of times and you're going to want to declutter it. Honey, SHAGHAF Oud Tonka has shocked me. I am shooketh because I just cannot stop wearing it. I cannot stop wearing it. The first day that I wore this out, I got such a reaction from the men like on the streets, and this just does not seem like that type of scent. So what this is your almondy, sweet but fresh scent. There is some sweetness to it, but it is more so like this almond rose, very, very heavy on the tonka bean scent. So because it has this middle of orange blossom, there is just a level of freshness that is maintained throughout this scent. So even though it is tonka, it is vanilla, it is a little sweet, you've got the Turkish rose going on, this is one that you can wear all year. This is going to be the best $45 that you will spend in 2024. It is back in stock at Joma Shop. I know it sells out in a lot of places. It is limited edition. I don't know if that's why. In addition to the fact that it's like viral on TikTok right now, but y'all, they really did it with this one. Now, often a lot of these fragrances for the Middle Eastern houses are dupes for other niche or designer fragrances. This one is close in scent profile to BDK's Velvet Tonka. However, I sampled Velvet Tonka years ago, I think maybe within the year of its release. And there was just something about the wearing experience that did not put me into the mindset of I need a full bottle. And I remember the final dry down of that fragrance leaving something to be desired. That's why I never got a full bottle. I am interested now to see what that fragrance will really feel like and smell like with my nose, changing so much over the past 3 years. But this is a solid release. The performance is absolutely phenomenal. You do not have an oud presence in this scent. It's not listed in the notes. And I think that SHAGHAF Oud blah 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 is just kind of marketing for the brand. There is no oud that I smell or in the notes again. So if you're someone that does not enjoy oud fragrances, fear not. So this does open with almond. It has middle notes of cinnamon, orange flower, and Turkish rose. Tonka bean, amberwood, and vanilla make up the base. So highly recommend it. It is just so good, and the girlies are really seeming to love this one, and I'm right on that bandwagon, all right? Again, this one is the limited edition SHAGHAF Oud Tonka by Swiss Arabian. Next up on the list is a beautiful niche fragrance release from the house of Initio, and this is Narcotic Delights. This one was absolutely a love at first sniff. When I saw cherry, I just was so not excited about trying this fragrance out. Something told me to sample it first. I'm glad I did, but the sample was a waste because I went right on ahead and ordered the full bottle like within the next day or so. And the reason I love this one is because it's not all about the cherry. The cherry is there. You do get it. But the cherry is not the focus of this fragrance. This is without a doubt a very spicy, cognac-filled, luxurious, sensual, sex in a bottle type of fragrance. That is what it is. So, of course, if I can liken this to anything within the house, it would be Side Effect. However, I enjoy this one a lot more than Side Effect. I don't have a full bottle of Side Effect, even though I love the scent. It's just one that I feel like I would not pull for a ton. But this one I pay full price. I feel like it's worth full price, and this one just does something to me. Narcotic Delight opens with notes of cherry, pink pepper, and black pepper. It is spicy, But for me, the spice is not overwhelming. It may be different for you, but I am particularly sensitive to spicy notes in a fragrance. But I find that the blend on this one is phenomenal, like 10 out of 10 on the blend, okay? So then you have a mid of cognac and Hedion. The Hedion is a white floral that really lends it a lot of balance. It adds to the sensuality, and it's one that is often featured in their fragrances, particularly in the Carnal Blends collection. But you do have a base of tonka and vanilla. So I do think that you have to enjoy fragrances that have tobacco. This is about the tobacco. This is about, you know, the booziness of the cognac. I think the cherry, the vanilla, you know, they do play kind of second fiddle, but you get a lot more vanilla in here, and it sweetens it up beautifully. I find that this is the easiest to wear out of all of my tobacco scents. This is sexy night out. This is little black dress. This is not wear to work and then have all the men up in your cubicle with, you know, all these ideas thinking that the yard is open, because it will bring all the boys to the yard. That is what I can say. This is fun night out. This is just, you know, like you want to smell like this on this tail end of winter. Go on ahead and knock yourself out, enjoy it, because that is what I have been doing. We are starting to transition, unfortunately, because fall and winter, like, that is my fragrance season, you guys. But I think this is a wonderful release for the house. 2024, like, this is giving us like the start that I need to see within our niche houses, because like I've stated before, a little unimpressed with the releases that we have seen thus far, but it's very early in the year. Okay, we're gonna give everybody time to get it together. But this one, bang up job. All right, so this one again, Narcotic Delight by the House of Inicio. Next up is going to be a fragrance that was a blind buy. I got this off the recommendation. I don't remember her friend's name, but Marie. I was watching one of her Middle Eastern fragrances videos. I will be sure to link her channel. But she and her friend, who, if I'm not mistaken, her friend doesn't have a fragrance channel, but she's really into fragrances. Sometimes they will come on her channel and they will just chat Middle Eastern fragrances. And the way that they were describing this fragrance, the way that they reacted to this fragrance, I was just like, I need a bottle, okay? Went on ahead, ordered it. When I tell you, if this was a $300-400 fragrance in a Guerlain bottle, like, the girls would be around the corner lined up to purchase. Bois de Vanille is so beautiful. This is a vanilla that is very, very ambery, okay? But you also have some like fruity and fresher notes in here that balance it out. And this one is one that you can wear on a beautiful summer night. You can also wear this to a black tie event during the winter. This is a very deep and dark sensual vanilla that you can wear all year. And for this price point, it is, I would say, on the pricier end for Middle Eastern fragrances. I would say $80 full price, but you can get it you know, marked down. With the particular site that I bought it from, which I think is a Tarmish, you can get it marked down just a bit, where I feel like I paid around $60, maybe a little less for the full bottle. It is 100 ml, but I would have paid 2 or 3 times that, because this scent is that good. Bois de Vanille opens with a beautiful bright bergamot. Then you have some cassis buds. So it's balanced with a little green. You do get that. But then you have this beautiful rose and solar mid. So like I said, something about this makes it wearable for the summer and the spring and really all year. But there is definitely a richness from that vanilla and amber. It also has coconut in the base. So the coconut, again, adding to this fruity nuance that the fragrance has. So just think pretty much it's going to be a very beautiful vanilla, very rich, dark ambery, little sweetness and playfulness from that coconut. And it is just a standout fragrance. All right, next up is actually going to be one that is a recent obsession. I just got this one. However, I want to touch on the second one that I picked up as well. These are both 2 of the new releases from ZARA from their Infusion collection. I mentioned that in my, new for 2024 fragrance video that they have 4 in this particular collection, but I picked up 2. Pistachio Infusion, which is the one I absolutely love. And I also really do like Ruby Infusion, you guys. So before I get into this one, Ruby Infusion is going to be your Oriana dupe. And I feel like by now they probably have a number of Oriana dupes, but this one is beautiful. If you want something with that scent profile, because I don't have the original Oriana, I had it when it was first released, did not like it on my skin, the performance. So this one smells just like it. You got the black currant, you got the marshmallow, but this one also has cotton candy, so it's sweeter. And to me, the marshmallow is more prominent. This is delicious. If you are a like a fruity floral girl, but you want something very gourmand, this is it. Ruby Infusion. I wouldn't mind actually having a full size of this because I can just see myself going to town when spring really hits. But like I said, more marshmallow. You have additional sweetness because it has cotton candy. This one, don't sleep on this one if you are into scents like that. I'm telling you, if you love, don't be shy. If you love, like I said, fruity floral, one you should definitely check out. The longevity, moderate. Sillage, moderate. All right, so Pistachio Infusion took me for a loop. Now, with these ZARA fragrances, you just never know what you're gonna get. Notes be damned. You know, people telling you it smells like it's a dupe for this, be damned. You have to just go in with a wild card and just blind buy them, or you have to stop into ZARA and smell them on skin to have any idea of what it truly will be. So Pistachio Infusion, I'm not getting a lot of pistachio, you guys. However, when I tell you, I put this on my skin and I was just like, damn, this smells good. But this reminds me of something I have. This smells like Imperial Peacock to me. Strip that rhubarb way back. Maybe even take it out and replace it with some other type of fruit with some twang to it. Other than that, this is giving me Imperial Peacock from Alexander J, which is a very pricey fragrance, you know, from that brand. So if you've ever heard me talk about Imperial Peacock on the channel before and you were interested, but it's hard to find, definitely, and it's definitely expensive, Pistachio Infusion to the rescue. They don't mention anything about a cinnamon, spicy, none of that. When I say confuseth, okay, but that is what this fragrance is giving. Gorgeous creation. And I know a lot of people are going to get their nose on this and smell this and think, oh my gosh, this really doesn't remind me of anything in particular. I can maybe see people saying, maybe Angel Share? But see, again, like the notes they gave were like iris, pistachio, vanilla. And really that's kind of it. And I'm just like, where are y'all getting these notes from? This is very spicy. It's very vanilla forward. I do almost pick up almost like a almondy nutty type, but not really pistachio per se. So yeah, mystery fragrances is what ZARA gives us. And this is one I was actually pleasantly surprised with. And I think this would be a very big hit for the ZARA brand. All right. Last on this list of my recent obsessions is one that was on my wish list for some time. This is it JANY or YANY? Y'all let me know because I've seen it pronounced either way, but Soradora released this one along with Mallow. I was able to receive Mallow from the brand, and they also sent me a sample of JANY, okay? Hadn't even looked at the notes for this one, just sprayed it on my skin, and I was like, what is this? This smells so good. What am I smelling? OMG. In that order, okay? Y'all, these notes. You look up the notes and you're going to be like, gourmand lover's dream, and that it is. That is what this is. So this has notes of baked apple, pastry puff, cinnamon, caramel, almonds, vanilla, apricot, nutty notes, peach, osmanthus, white musk, and plum. Very fruity. But there is definitely something very like apple, strudel, pastry. You smelling like a pastry puff up in here. Now, with all that being said, there is something about the blend of this fragrance and probably a lot of additional notes that they have not mentioned that is really making this highly wearable, and it smells like a perfume. It is balanced so beautifully with the almond. It's a lot of almond, a lot of nuttiness, but then again, you get this very fruity Beautiful nuance, and you get a lots of baked goods pastry. It's balanced with musk. You do get the plum. I mean, this is like, my mouth is watering as I sit here and describe this fragrance to you. This is stuff of, you know, what gourmand dreams are made of. And I think that this is my favorite release from the Soradora brand. I was not impressed with Mallow, if I'm being quite frank. I was getting like a slight pickle juice thing. It just didn't wear well on me. I can see a lot of people loving that one, but this one is Sharita. This says Sharita. This speaks to my heart, and I am really loving this one, and I can't wait to get a lot more wears in before it really starts to heat up, because this one I find is probably one that I will stick to for fall and winter. Again, a very gorgeous release from the house of Soradora. This is JANY. And you guys, don't forget, you can always save 10% with my discount code when you do order from Soradora direct. So that is it, you guys. These are my current obsessions. These are the ones that I have been wearing the most, pulling for the most. And it's crazy because all of these are new. And I know that a lot of times we get something new in our collection and we just can't stop wearing them. I don't know if that is what the deal is, but this one, she gonna be an empty quick, okay? And she will be repurchased. This one, I can just sniff this cap all day, okay? That'll be a full-time job for me, sniffing the Narcotic Delight nozzle for 8 hours a day. That is what I would love to do for a living. All right, so you guys, drop me a comment below. Let me know some of the fragrances that you have been obsessing over. I'm dying to know, very curious as to your go-tos as of late. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. You all be sure notification bell is turned on and set to all, because I am uploading a lot more often. So you just never know when I'm gonna drop a video throughout the week. So be sure that it is turned on. And last but not least, if you found any value in the content, it's very important. Give your girl a big thumbs up because it helps the channel to grow. It has been real. I love you all, and I will catch you on the next one.